We continue to track through this redemption story that God has pieced together for us. Yesterday in our text, we saw God's amazing promise of the Messiah would come through Abraham and then through Abraham's seed, Isaac. Well, in our Bible story, Isaac's son's name is Jacob, and Jacob's name gets changed to Israel. And Israel then has lots of children, and this is where we get the tribes of the nation of Israel. And in our text for today, Genesis chapter 49, verses 8 through 12, is Israel's prophetic promise to those sons that he has. He's giving a promise to his children, and in doing so, we learn more of this promised Messiah. Once we get to verses 8 to 12, Israel is talking to his son, Judah. Let's look at what this says. It says, Judah, your brothers shall praise you. Your hand shall be on the neck of your enemies. Your father's sons shall bow down to you. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, you have gone up. He couches, he lies down as a lion, and as a lion, who dares ruse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet, until Shiloh comes. Obedience of the people shall be to him. This amazing prophecy that Israel gives to his son Judah is the promise of the throne. To Judah is promised the throne of Israel. This is your kingly line. This is the promise of kingship flowing all the way down through the history of Israel. So from Judah's line will come David, and then Solomon, and then verse 10. The kingship remains with Judah until Shiloh comes. That's the Messiah. Not just David and not just Solomon, but the King of Kings, the one that will have authority forever. It says, to him shall be the obedience of the people. Jesus Christ is the fulfillment of the kingship forever. Christianity is obedience to King Jesus, the promise of the one from the tribe of Judah. So as we come at Christmas time and we celebrate the coming of the King, we're celebrating that King that Israel promised to his son. That King that would rule forever, that would make sure his line is of and ruling and has the throne, has the worship. After the resurrection, it's really interesting. You read this and you flow this into the New Testament. After the resurrection, Jesus comes and commissions his followers, right? You guys know that as the Great Commission. Go into all the world and make disciples of all nations. Make disciples of all nations, teaching them to obey. Who do you obey? You obey the one that's in charge. You obey the one that has authority. You obey the King. So Christmas is the coming of our Savior. It's the coming of the sovereign, the ruler, the one we follow, the one we obey. Verses 11 and 12 of this text are yet to be fulfilled. Right? They're the joy that come in the future kingdom of this king that we sit under, right? And so that's why as you read those texts and you see that he ties his fowl to the vine and his donkey's colt to the choice vine, and he washes his garments in wine and his robes in the blood of grapes, and his eyes are dull from wine and his teeth white from milk. It's describing this abundance of everything that we need under the kingship of this promised king who will reign forever. And so we come in this season celebrating King Jesus. the promised one who came and who took care of our needs. Now we worship in his kingship and know that he provides.